a small town that is known for embracing the arts. As a designated creative arts district, you can find many artist studios in Salida, but you might not know that Salida also embraces performing arts. With me today is Juliet Schaub, aka Divine Huntress Juliet. Juliet is a performer and entertainer known for her branded Burlesque performances that creatively combine pole and burlesque dancing. She's the founder of Divine Huntress, a transformative space where women over 40 reclaim their central birthright, rise into radical self-acceptance, and embody unapologetic power through movement. After a serious limb-threatening accident that completely changed her life, including losing her marriage and home, Juliet found this empowering work, and now she's inspiring women everywhere, including right here in Salida.
Yay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so I'll start with a softball question. Well, they pretty much all are. But I will start where I start with everybody, which is, what is your origin story? What brought you to our small rural mountain town?
Wow.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's a great story there. I think it all started. Well, I've been here 9 years now.
Oh, okay.
Was originally born in Traverse City, Michigan, and then when I was really young, I moved to the Florida Keys, Key Largo, and once I spent like 35 years there, was married, did the whole white picket fence thing, bought a house, planning on having a baby, the whole thing, and found that I fell and broke my leg in Key Largo. Really bad. I will probably get to that later.
Yeah.
But it changed everything at any point. Perfect. Well, this is a good point to talk about it.
I was going to ask you about it, but we can just talk about it right now if you want. Yeah.
So, well, it kind of goes with the timeline, I guess, of how I got here.
Okay.
And so it was a really a bad fall, which I had dismembered my foot completely off my leg. It was no longer attached. It had shot across the yard. The dog I had at the time brought my foot back, put it in my lap.
So what, I guess that's very traumatic.
I have to get really graphic because people don't understand. Like, you broke your foot.
No, it's not. It was life
you just
changing. Fell? That's what caused
that?
I
did. I fell off a ladder, putting up shutters for a hurricane.
Oh my gosh.
And I fell 12 feet. That was it. It was 12 feet.
But it was just the way.
But we have cap rock in the Keys, so I straightened out. I kind of held myself. It was like cliffhanger. I was holding on to the air conditioner. I was like,
oh my God.
And I slipped off. I couldn't hang on anymore, and my right foot took the brunt of the fall and snapped and went ping.
Oh my God,
it was crazy time. Hurricane was coming, so I was going to get helicoptered out, but the helicopters were all busy with the hurricane.
Oh my God.
And I think if that would have happened, I would have lost my leg. It was scheduled to be amputated.
Wow.
After I got to the hospital. It was 9 hours. The first surgery was like 9 hours and 6 bottles of saline just to save my foot, and they kind of smashed it back together, and then the journey there began, which was a 3-year journey, 15 surgeries. I had 8 bacterias and a fungus in my bone. They couldn't figure out where,
oh my gosh,
why, and I was becoming septic, which was really dangerous.
Absolutely,
and, they couldn't figure it out, and thank God my doctor, John Torgosa.
Shout out to John, it sounds like.
Shout out to John Torgosa. He was awesome. He saved my foot, my life, everything, on one condition, that I got the first dance.
Wow.
So we went on this journey together of saving my foot, and he's just an amazing doctor. Saved my foot and figured it out, what was happening. The septic was getting worse and worse, and they couldn't figure it out because they had me on every antibiotic and that you could think of, and it just it even triggers me now thinking about it.
No, that's very
it's so funny
traumatic.
how the body remembers that stuff.
Totally.
My brain is going woo woo.
Yeah,
what was happening?
Like I can't believe it. Yeah.
Wow, that was me. Then.
And what year was this?
This was I was married. 2008 is when I fell.
Is it okay?
So it's been almost 18 years.
Yeah, 18 years
since that happened. Yeah, and he figured it out. He said, "Let's culture for a fungus," and all the doctors were like, "You're crazy. Nobody gets a fungus in their bone." They cultured it. That's what they put me on an antifungal right away because he thought out of the box, was like, it's not going to hurt her to do that.
Yeah.
We have minutes before we're going to have to decide to cut this leg off.
Oh my gosh.
So let's just put her on it. And that ended up being what it was, a fungus in my bone. So I had 15 surgeries. I had 3 different fixators. I had to break my leg to lengthen my leg. If you've ever seen Gattaca, that's the same thing he used on his legs to...
Okay.
People use it to get taller, to lengthen their legs out. So they had to break it just below my knee, and then I had to click my leg apart every 4 hours to get it to be the same length. Or it was one of those thick shoes, and I was like, break the leg.
Wow.
It's already broken.
Yeah, I guess
I want to walk like a normal person.
Yeah, if you're already going through all of that.
Yeah,
wow.
right? So that was really... I think I woke up from that surgery and passed out because it was super painful.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the hospital for almost 2 months and then 3 years of getting back to walking. I didn't walk for 3 years.
Wow.
I had it fused because the ankle was just destroyed.
Yeah.
I couldn't save it. So they had to dock my tibia into it and then fuse it. Said I was, never going to dance again. Like, you're good, you're done.
Because you were a dancer before that, right?
Well, younger me was. And then I did the whole, I should get married and have kids, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. The accident kind of forced the relationship to kind of, I think he built resentment in the relationship, and then he left when I started walking.
Oh, interesting.
And and decided he didn't want to live that life anymore. And I lost my house. The marriage fell apart. I had nothing left.
Like what a gigantic life change.
Mm-hmm. And I said, well, if this isn't the way my life is going, I get a restart button.
Yeah.
What do I see my life being? And that's when I was like, I want to be a pole artist.
Okay.
I've always wanted to dance, burlesque, pole dancing, because it's just so empowering. It's just body ownership, Yeah. And I saw myself performing again, and I said, that's what I want to do. So I sold my wedding ring and went to pole camp and learned how to become an instructor.
Wow.
Bought a pole.
If that isn't symbolic, I don't know what it is.
It was amazing. I bought my first one and got me started, it's extremely difficult too. Like Felix Kane, I think, was the first video I bought. Okay. And I went, oh my God, how do these women do this? And then I was just, the strength, the beauty, the agility to it, the grace, the storytelling. Yeah. I just fell in love with it. And I wanted to, and I reclaimed, I lost my whole sense of being a woman during that accident, losing a death of a marriage that's a big deal in and of itself. Plus, like you nearly lost your full mobility, never dance again. My father got sick and died, and the same year I got divorced.
Oh my gosh!
And then I was going to school for nutrition, dietetics, and so and then I decided to kind of smash all that together. Like, why not show women how to come out of all that and break down good girl conditioning, which is coined by Kasia Urbaniak, who I adore. She teaches that, and I kind of tutored under her for a little while about getting rid of some of that good girl conditioning, the programming that we have from young girls to adult women, having to do everything, care for everyone.
And losing yourself in the process.
Losing yourself. Yeah. See, every woman knows.
Sure, yeah. I was just listening to something related to that recently. But yeah, I mean, it is so embedded in our culture, whether we know it or not.
And now I've hit menopause, so it's even more important because we're kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of like forgotten. Like, okay, aged out. Let's put you over
like you're
here
like to
with this group of women. We
ignore
don't.
you kind of thing. Yeah.
It's insane, but it's also very freeing time. Like
yeah.
So in between that, I decided to just get rid of everything. I was losing my home to foreclosure, so I short sailed it, and that whole dream died, and all the work we put into that home, and I just got rid of everything, packed my car up, and looked at a map and said, Colorado, I've always wanted to see, pointed on the map, and hit Salida. That's how I got here.
Seriously? Like what? Like a physical map? Like you just like hovered your finger over it kind of thing?
Colorado looks cool. Where do I want to go?
Had you ever been to Colorado
Never.
at all?
I didn't know anyone out here. So
and then, because Salida's a really small little dot on the big Colorado map.
So I was like, well, that looks small. Maybe Denver, maybe would be smarter for where I want to get into, more performing.
Sure.
And then I started looking up Salida, and the Salida Circus popped up, Jennifer Dempsey.
Oh, okay.
And I went, oh my gosh, I should be there. That's where I need to go.
Okay.
And I just tried it out. I went from South Miami, which is super busy, to this town, but I came during Fib Arc, so it wasn't so shocking.
Yeah, if you ever want to come, there's
activity.
a lot of people in Salida. The most amount of people in Salida is Father's Day weekend, Fib Arc,
Yeah, that history is fun too.
It is, yeah.
So, and then I met Jennifer Dempsey, and she included me into the circus, and that's how I started performing again.
Okay.
She gave me kind of a platform to get back into practice of it, and then I started the Divine Huntress School of Sensuality, and classes, and private classes, and programs, and trying to get that going, entrepreneurship.
Sure.
It's,
has its ups and downs.
Oh my gosh, I've wanted to give up so many times.
But it sounds like you're so passionate about it. Yes. So
it's that one person that goes, you really changed my mind about something, and my life feels much freer. Done. I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, I guess there's so much to unpack there, but I guess for anybody who's listening and wants to know more about what exactly is it that you're doing, let's talk about the dance, what you're doing, how that affects women, why is that empowering, and how to really offset. I feel like some people have a negative connotation. You think pole dancing, that's sounds really risque and negative. So let's combat that and talk about what it actually is.
Well, it's definitely an art of its own. We're trying to get in the Olympics. I don't know if that's happening or still.
Wow,
it's a lot because you have to get the whole world in.
Sure,
you have to get the whole world in on
board.
That,
yeah,
on board.
But
that's a lot of work. But it is an
athletic.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, they're definitely considered athletes, and there's just a variety. It's not just one version. Yes, does the typical pole dancing that everybody immediately thinks of exist? It does. But there's just so much storytelling and art and strength and agility, and some of the my pole sisters in Pueblo that I perform with all the time. They perform in my show, I perform in their shows, and we're just this big sisterhood that is just it's like you need it. I don't know. It's just all inclusive, all body shapes, all levels. You're included. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be good at it. It's really about being with yourself and loving your body the way it is.
Yeah.
And feeling sensual on the poles. Some people like more athletic, more tricks.
Okay.
Which are you would see in Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, okay.
That's more of a show, more of a performance.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's amazing when you feel like a Wonder Woman afterwards, even if you just do a few spins.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of strength and core. I would imagine. I haven't done it, but it seems like you have to. I was talking to somebody in my Pilates class. They were talking about doing it and how it was really hard to even because there's a lot of core in Pilates, but that's even more than to not fall and make it look good.
It's hard. It's considered hard bar too, which it's like can pinch your skin. I mean, we call them pole kisses. You get bruises.
Oh, gotcha.
Some people are like, my husband doesn't like the bruises. And, well, you're gonna get bruises. We call them pole kisses. But they're kind of like, oh God, I got that trick, you know, and it's like a reward almost.
Because you can that
it takes a little, you know, it can be uncomfortable. I don't want to say painful, but sometimes it's like, ooh, pinch,
Gotcha.
Shake it off, let's go.
But you're like moving your body in a way that isn't as traditional as other.
It's spiraling rather than linear, like the yogas and the Pilates are very linear movements. This is more spiraling movement, more embracing just that flow and that movement. And, you know, I call it sensuality, but it's just, you're moving in different ways than your mind is used to. Which just kind of create this, oh gosh, that feels good. Like, oh, I like the way that feels. Not the way it looks, the way it feels.
And then the benefit would be just that empowering, that embracing of the body. Yeah.
I
love that.
I know, I love it too.
So tell me more about what you're doing in Salida in terms of your business and classes and, you know, what people can know for that.
Yes. Well, I'll be starting a new website. I think it's time to get that going. And I want to really fix, you know, be more searchable. I think you were having a hard time finding me too. Those are the things I kind of want to work on with that. But I give private lessons and small group lessons out of my living room at home.
Okay.
And then I also have studio space. It's Sventastik Studio downtown, Highway 50, right next to McDonald's there.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows Sventastik. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
They put on all those great shows in town. I think Clue is the next one that is coming up.
Yeah.
But, so I have space there Monday afternoons, 2:30 to 3:30, and then Wednesday evenings, 7:30 to 8:30. And the Wednesday evenings, so the Monday afternoon classes are more like structural, like let's build some strength so you can hold yourself on the pole. Yeah. And then the Wednesday nights we incorporate more of the burlesque style dancing and the art of tease and showing how to, you know, embrace that side of being a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
And even some men I think I've had in my class, but mostly women.
Okay.
I cater mostly to women.
Gotcha.
And I like to make that environment to where they feel safe. They can explore that, where they don't feel shame, because shame is a big one that comes up.
Okay.
And kind of, you know, getting rid of shame. I usually say a harsher word for that one.
That's fine.
Don't ever get swear.
Yeah. Well,
you can always cut it out.
We can glean what you mean. So yeah, I guess talk more about that. So does that come up for women then?
All the time.
Okay.
It stops them immediately. You can see that flow just get stuck. And it's really just granting yourself permission to be free, to be wild, to be sensual.
Yeah.
And really embrace it and to get out of your head. Because the good girl conditioning comes in, you shouldn't be moving that way. Or what if somebody looks at you, you look stupid? You know, those thoughts come up because, you know, we self-attack.
Yeah.
That's part of breaking that good girl programming is no more self-attack.
So how do you feel like that plays out into everyday life?
Oh my gosh. Wow. It's like, I think it could play, like you become more confident. I call it unshakable confidence.
Okay.
Because I think if you're empowered, you know, embodied with your own feminine empowerment, your birthright as being a woman, I got goosebumps. It's like, what can't you do?
Nice.
You know, like you could start that business you were always afraid to start. Leave that relationship that's abusive because you were too afraid to do it before. I mean, I feel like a lot of women have experienced that, myself included, to where I didn't think I was good enough to leave it.
Gotcha.
But I think if I was taking a class like that at the time, I probably would have found the self-esteem back.
Yeah.
You know, the confidence to say, no, I'm not people-pleasing anymore. I'm not pleasing this relationship that is unhealthy.
And just standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Having that empowerment to do that.
Yeah, being comfortable with our bodies, walking down the street. I mean, how powerful is that?
That's true. Yeah,
And it's not going against any, like, it's not like I should look like that to feel powerful. It's our own.
Embracing what you look like, not
Correct.
trying to look like somebody else.
That's it. Yeah,
I love
that feeling of whatever it is, like getting dressed up today. You know, like,
I know you're wearing
Krista Jarvis earrings
and wearing it with pride.
You know, I mean, I think that comes from my tropical life too, where we always were very bright and down there, and I like bringing that here, even though people look at me and go, you're not from here, are you?
But yeah, well, I guess to segue back into Salida, so you know, but you are how has burlesque and pole dancing combination how has Salida embraced that? I know you've done some stuff in town and put on performances and things.
I'll go out and somebody will stop and say, hi, I was at your show last year and loved it. I mean, I love it when people come up and say, I had so much fun at your show, and I had no idea who they were in the audience, you know?
Yeah.
I think when I'm doing a show, I get caught up on the producing and the, you know, selling the seats and how successful it is how many people are in there. But I've had some really great shows that were maybe very intimate crowd of 80 people, you know?
Yeah.
And I really believe in, if we're having a good time and my performers are having a good time and they're feeling good, I'm there to lead them into their best selves on stage. Like, you got this, you know? Like, you've been practicing. Don't worry about it now. Just go out there and have fun. Like, it's the hardest thing to do, but it's like my big thing. We're having fun now, everybody. Yeah. And it shows, because you get on stage and then the audience feels that vibe. And that really raises the roof, you know? People remember that. I had such a good time. You know, and I love that.
And I think kind of for a small town, Salida does embrace the arts a lot.
And it's different. It might come with some, I don't know about that show. They're on the pole.
Sure,
but, like, well, come see. I think it'll change your mind.
And you can see that it's an art form. Right. And it's not something to be...
Correct. And each performer up there comes with their own personality and their own story. It's just like... It makes tears to my eyes, you know. I'm like, oh my God, we're showing the world what it is, you know, changing the viewpoint, hopefully, upon it. But, you know.
I love it. And so, segueing into the world, let's talk about
World Burlesque Day.
Yes, World Burlesque Day, and then the festival, the Burlesque Festival.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Spain that I didn't want to forget to talk about as well. So briefly about World Burlesque Day.
Yes, I think it is released on April. I want to say the 18th. Let me just make sure.
So probably after this is airing,
it'll be. It launches on the 18th, but the World Burlesque Challenge is on the 26th, Sunday, April 26th, which is. I think we already broke the world record a couple years ago. So each year we try to break that record. And we've had women from all over around the world come dance in this challenge that Safira, who has contacted you in the past, she's amazing. She's just a baller. She's just out there like being seen, you know, like
it's not easy to do. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, you know how important it is being on podcast or radio or in the paper rather than on social media, which I think we could just kind of we think social media that's where we're going to get seen, and there's all these avenues that have been around, tested and true, build more credibility around, and I love that. Like, I love doing this. I could be on the...
It is fun.
So sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. Well, so the world, that was the challenge, and then talk about the festival then, because so there's a festival coming up in September.
And that's also her. She's a creatrix. She's also created this festival in Ibiza where she invites performers all over the world to perform in her festival. And I got invited, to
That's amazing.
apply and join the fun this year. And I've told her I think I've been working with her for like since 2020.
Oh, okay.
She's just done so. I've gotten in the paper 3 times. You
Yeah.
know, she's just amazing. And she's like, well, why don't you come to Ibiza this year? Because I've been telling her for 3 years. It's a dream of mine to come perform in Europe.
Yeah.
Ibiza. I've always wanted, like, it's been in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then she shows up in my life, and
love it.
now we're going to Ibiza. Been accepted to perform in the show. I have a friend of mine who's also like a dance sister. She's coming and also performing, Daisy Elise.
Oh, okay.
So we're traveling together, which is going to be really fun. And then there's a group of people that are supporting us and coming with it. I think there's like 6 of us going.
Oh, fun.
So it's going to be so great. And we get to meet, Safira and I get to meet in person, hopefully over a sangria.
Sounds appropriate.
And some laughter.
Yeah.
And soaked by the pool after the performances. And I'm really excited about it. Like, really, really excited. It's my first international performance. And I think I've been dreaming of that since I broke my leg.
Wow.
So maybe that's an 18-year manifestation.
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm sure it felt so far away after that accident.
I was like,
almost unheard
am
of.
I crazy to perform now at 40-something?
Yeah.
And now I'm 55 and like, keep going.
Yeah.
I just want to show women that it's not the end.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to wither up in the corner and wear grandma clothes. You know, we can be beautiful women.
Yeah, and embrace it.
Brilliant and wise. That the stage is just so like, there's so much freedom to it. You know, along with maybe a few hot flashes, but and you know, all women reach it. So,
sure. Yeah.
And there's so little about it. So I just want to show women that, wow, I could do that too.
Yeah.
You know, wow. She's going international, so I could go international.
Yeah, and,
you know, like,
and you're wanting to go with so down here you can see him. We have Loki.
We have Loki down here. You want to come up and say hi? Can you say, come here, come on up.
He's your service dog. Right?
He is. Yes.
Is that
wonderful
the right
one.
term?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
In Europe, it's assistant animal, but
okay,
it's the same thing. Come on up, sit up. Come on, say hi. Come on. Say hi to the camera. Always down here. Oh, hard to see him. But, yeah, he will be coming with
okay, great.
first European trip.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on and talking all about all of the amazing things you're doing
it's done already. It's so fast.
I know we can keep
Is there
talking
anything more on that? I've been just like...
No, that's fine. I would mostly wanted to make sure we talked about him and everything that you're doing in Salida. And then, so where can people find you if they're wanting to learn more?
Well, I am. You can Google search Divine Huntress Juliet.
Okay.
And my old
Polecats, right?
Yeah, Polecats. Is also on there. You can find me that way.
Yeah, because you're kind of doing like a name change right now.
Yes, I'm going through kind of a transition there of a name change. And AKA used to be known as Madam Juju. So a lot of people would know that name also.
Okay, so then people can find your classes
of changing
there.
brands, to Divine Huntress. We're being more sophisticated now.
Nice, I love it.
The names.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do and for the fun entertainment and energy you bring to our town.
And I did start a GoFundMe for the travel.
Right. Yeah.
And the expenses, and if anyone's interested in supporting, that would be amazing. It's like supporting a movement at this point. You know?
To help you bring your service dog to Ibiza.
I could send that link too, and that's another way of getting in touch with me.
Okay.
And I can also put my socials down.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have those in the show notes.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to do that.
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
Google Divine Huntress Juliet.
Perfect.
And I'm out there. I want to tighten that up so you can find me easier.
Absolutely. It's all work in progress. Well, thank you for all that you do. Appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me. This was so fun.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.